AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's Bad Girls Club After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Bad Girls Club After Show.
I get it. Yeah, that's right. I said it.
Mikey wouldn't dance last week,
Oh, he wouldn't dance.
and he was sitting in your seat.
Tragic, Mikey Watts.
Welcome
Finger.
to the Bad Girls Club. Bad Girls.
Yeah, what up, AfterBuzz? It's Bing is for doing, and we are here doing another AfterBuzz TV after show for the Bad Girls Club. Who's laughing now? Womp womp to this episode.
All over the place.
This was like one of the worst episodes of Bad Girls Club I've ever seen.
With the worst music we've ever heard.
It made no sense. It was like producers just like needed something to fill in, and I mean, when I tell you, I'm usually engaged throughout the whole show, and I just could not connect with it until the end. And
Things got interesting.
I can't wait for next week.
This was
Super
like,
excited.
I'm bringing back this word from like a couple seasons ago. It was mayo. It was a mayo episode.
It was very mayo.
Very mayo.
Womp womp. It started off high with Valencia bugging out.
Valencia?
I don't know why I keep calling her Valencia. I don't know where
We
it's
can just
coming
rename
from.
her. It's fine.
I am. I'm
Let's just do
renaming
it.
her. All
Let's
right.
commit to it.
So we're going to commit to Valencia today, Valentina. But so she's bugging out at Alicia because she's questioning her. And it's like, girl, you have bipolar. I really do think she's bipolar. I've come to the conclusion that I
Valentina?
think it's
Or Valencia?
literally a sickness. We got a caller on the line. Caller,
Alrighty.
what's your name?
Ooh.
Where you from? They just can't. They're just knocking down doors. Caller,
Oh, guess they hung up.
oh, never mind.
Oh, call back.
Yeah, they hung up.
All right.
Oh, that's right.
So she's mad because she's questioning her, and it's just like, and it was weird how they ended it. They didn't show.
Well, Alicia had said that she's like, oh no, we're good friends. I know we're gonna be mad about it tonight, and then tomorrow we'll talk about it, and it'll be fine. So they just showed Valencia storming off by the pool, and then that was kind of the end of it because I guess they were kind of bored with her yelling like this for 20 minutes, so they were done.
Like, girl, first of all, tie your hair back. Because he was looking crazy. That one little piece in the front kept like flipping forward.
What do we say about them looking like Muppets sometimes? That was a Muppet moment.
That was a Muppet moment.
That
for
was a
sure.
Muppet moment.
That was a Jim Henson Productions. Following that, we get Rocky. Okay, let's go back to Valentina. So Valentina and Alicia, they sit down, they have a conversation, they realize that they were acting crazy, and they did it.
Right.
Like you said, they know exactly. They're friends with each other. They might be. I feel like they might be a little more.
I
than
think
friends.
Valencia wants it to be a little more. I think she's a closet lesbian. Let's just be real.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of lesbians, we got Rocky, who is fully committed. And I asked Stephanie last week. She called in on the show, and I said, I mean, I know Rocky's in a relationship with a female right now. Was that really her first time? And she was like,
No.
People say things, but we know that with the truth. is
That wasn't the
behind
first. We can
No.
tell who Rocky is and her whole persona is. Like, that was not the first time she's
Right.
been with a
There's
girl.
been a few spring breaks.
Yeah.
Where Rocky has rocked the boat.
And she
The
blamed
Puno.
the alcohol.
Right. So yeah, she's getting her lesbo on. She's going around. I can't believe I'm gay. And the girls were pretty cool with Rocky that night. They thought it was funny. They wanted to come in. They all saw
goodness.
Britney's strap on.
That was. They were just like all surrounded around her, and like she's like curled up in a little ball, and they blurred out the
But was she wearing pants?
She was wearing like male underwear, and then she had the strap on over it.
Weird.
So I guess she decided not to get her own pleasure out of it. She was just taking care of Rocky.
Weird.
No wonder Rocky likes her.
But why the underwear? Chafing, maybe?
Maybe. Oh, good. Yes. I will go with that.
All right.
Chafing.
See? Look at us. Winning. So as she's debating about this whole Britney thing she's worrying because Moses is coming. Lord.
Wait till we see Moses.
So Moses is coming, and while Moses is coming, Shannon's like, well, wait a minute. I want a boyfriend this weekend, too. And calls Mr. Yes.
Mr. Yes. So
Now-
we finally get to see.
We've always been kind of skeptical about Sherman and how she... I don't know if she's a follower or she always likes to please her best friend or whoever she considers her friend at the moment. This was one of the most awkward things for me. Like, knowing Moses is in town, so I want to invite Mr. Yes. It's like, you're wearing pink today? Oh, I got to wear something pink
Right.
today. Like, I don't know. It was weird.
It was weird.
And
It
it
was-
could have been the
yeah.
editing where maybe Rocky said to her, like, oh, you should invite your man.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
You know?
But the way she said it, though, she was like, she literally said, well, Rocky's having her dude come in, so I really want you to be here, too.
Yeah. Weird. I don't know.
Whatever. Maybe she didn't want to be lonely. That was her buddy, and she didn't want to be bored and by herself, so she needed some company, too.
Well, probably because she has been feeling a little left out with the whole lesbian situation.
Very true.
So we'll see. Before Moses gets there, Rocky's on the phone. She makes a phone call to one of her friends, and she's kind of just, telling everybody about, telling her friend, what's going on in the house, like all the girls
Yes.
do in the house.
Like every girl does, everywhere.
And the editor showed you your true colors too, so don't be
Yes.
clocking other people when your clock ain't gone
Hypocrisy.
off yourself.
Very true.
Valencia. If you're just tuning in, Valencia is Valentina. We nicknamed them all.
We're committing to it.
We're
for
committing
this
to it.
episode. It might catch on.
I would die if it really did. Okay. So she hears that, Valentina hears it, and then goes running off to tell Paula for whatever reason while Paula's painting her face white, literally.
Yes, that was some interesting. Maybe she's going to blend later on. It was the base.
It could be. I mean, I watched RuPaul's Drag
yeah.
Race a few times. They do.
It was the primer, maybe.
Yeah.
You never know.
And it's one thing I'm going to have to call one of the girls and ask, but I wonder if... I've actually always wondered this, and I don't know why I never thought of it, because it's different than the real world. The real world, the girls don't really look camera ready.
Right.
To the same extent as Bad Girls. So I wonder if they teach the girls, like, how to do
Their hair and
on-camera makeup.
Well, I can say like they always do have that kind of like polished kind of look.
Because think about it, they always have a beauty room.
Mm-hmm.
They all have all these supplies.
Or maybe they just find people who, like when you're a woman and you're going out in the clubs, you know how to make yourself look presentable. Maybe they just find the people who presented themselves that way on their audition video.
Maybe.
Because I mean, I'm trying to think back if all the girls have always looked really.
No, Rima
Well,
sure did not. Nope, not in her audition video.
Really?
She did not look like how she did in that first episode. She looked like Kim Kardashian, broke down Kim Kardashian.
So you think there's maybe like a beauty boot camp they do before?
I feel like when they pick the girls, they do. I don't know, and I could just be like, that would be great for them. But I don't know. I feel like they would do something
a
like
good little
that
speculation.
because that's
I don't know.
3 months that they're out there, and you have all those girls. I don't know.
Right.
I just think that maybe that could be the case.
It's
I'm going to
possible.
find out. If anyone knows, please give us a call or write us on iTunes. Speaking of iTunes, make sure you guys hit us up on iTunes, subscribe, rate us 5 stars, and then leave us a comment. If you leave us a comment, we'll give you a shout out on the show. So shout out to Mitch E. Marcunas, and this is why I'm saying Valencia. You want to know why I'm saying
Why?
Valencia the whole time? Because I write the people's names down. And shout out to Valencia Brie.
There we go. Valencia, shout out to you because you've given Valentina a new name.
We have.
Congratulations to you.
So shout out to you guys. If you guys want to shout out, hit us up on iTunes, subscribe, leave us a comment. Okay. We got the whole lesbian situation. She goes, says what she says on the phone. Valentina's pissed off, runs and
Valentina was
damn
lurking.
Paul Revere, like, Rocky's talking trash. Like,
The British are coming. The
right.
British are
Bye. Okay. Next day, the girls go out, or no, I guess it wasn't the next day, but they go out to meet up with Moses and what's his name?
Yeah, I forget his name.
Moses and Mr. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Now, in between this time, there's another problem that has occurred. Nancy is upset with Rocky because she irritates her. She looks like a hoe. She's slutty. She's messy.
She acts thirsty.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay.
Let's rewind the videos.
Right. Now, if someone is in that situation and makes you feel that way, turn around, don't acknowledge them. It's who she is. Now, do you think she's an attention whore, or do you think that she's just a free spirit in the sense of, like, she doesn't think of her surroundings and just always acts free?
I think there is an attention whore aspect to Rocky. I have to say.
I'm
just because, I don't know, some of the things she does, maybe that's just normally what she does, but from the outside looking, like, well, from us looking from the outside, it looks kind of like she just has to have other people looking at her, talking about her, because it shows in the actions that she does. Like, you're in the middle of a roller rink, like, making out with a girl.
Apparently it was a lesbian roller rink or gay roller rink, so,
yeah.
I mean, I've been places where I've seen some things happen and like,
But then think about it, though. Like, if you're like a normalish person, you wouldn't be doing, even with alcohol in your system, you're not going to be doing certain things.
Yeah, she's a bad girl.
Yeah,
but okay,
exhibitionist, if you will.
I do see the attention whore situation. Pause before we can get to Moses and Miss CS.
Oh, why?
Because right before that, Shannon's commentary about Nancy. What did she say? I'm educated in body.
Yeah, I'm not
educated in the mind.
Okay, Paula.
But I'm educated in the body. And she gives us the philosophy of Nancy.
Yes.
She says, and Nancy has thick legs, so all of her power is below. She said, but she has no upper arm strength, so her hit won't hit hard.
Yeah, that makes sense.
She is Rocky up in this month.
She is. I mean, it's like the physiology of a good fighter. Like, she should be like training boxers now. She might do that later.
I really want to see Shannon mess somebody up. Like, I really want to see Shannon fight, because what I've seen from Shannon, I'm almost like, you sound like more talk.
Right.
But I also wonder if she really is trained and, like, is kind of worried like she doesn't want to hurt anybody.
She'd end up in court.
You think that's what it is?
I think she really would, because I honestly believe that girl can handle herself. I wouldn't mess with her.
Yeah. All right, so now let's get to Moses and Rocky. First of all, they're not anything that I expected.
Shannon and Rocky just downgrade themselves about 1,000 degrees with those choices, those two men.
I mean, I'll say this. First of all, Mr. Yes had gold teeth. He was old, and he had braids.
Pattern braids.
Like 2013. Allen Iverson don't even get them no more. Put them away.
And he was corny. Corny.
So, but at least he's got money. So
he might appear to have money. Everybody's got a credit card.
Well, I mean, Shannon makes it seem she always asks him for money. She makes it seem like,
but you never know what people's financial, like, you can appear to be the richest person out there in the world, but you are
he didn't
debt.
Appear to be.
Huh?
He didn't appear to be.
Oh yeah, I know, but I mean, like, but you'll be in debt. Your car is leased. You never know.
I never know. And Moses came in with his tight little curls.
Moses looked just like Brittany, the lesbian. I'm just going to say that.
Really?
There were some similar features. And if someone disagrees with me, please call in, because they did a side-by-side, I think you missed it, of the two people. And I was like, wait a second. There are some similar characteristics between the two of them. They had the same kind of nose, the hair. I don't know. Right. Skin tone was similar as well.
The skin tone definitely was. All right, we can go with it. Now, the girls are super excited. Rocky's leading to the fact that once she gets Moses here, she's going to be strictly dickly, not worrying about Brittany anymore. Not the case. You know, at first, all the girls are outside. Shannon and Rocky are dry humping these guys outside. It's like...
in front of the other girls?
I mean, yep.
I think, yeah.
I mean, do what you're going to do. At least we're in the confinements of our house.
Right.
Do what you want to do. But, like, can you take that to the room, please?
Right.
Like,
have you ever, like, been around people where they're just doing that and then they blatantly just say it out loud? I want to go. Let's go I'm not gonna say the word, but like,
Yes.
let's go F.
I have.
I really want to F you.
I
Like,
have.
really? That is just so bizarre to me.
It's awkward.
Like, play the game a little bit. Just be like, let's go hang out in the other room, and they'll see what happens. Like, you don't just blatantly just say it. You gotta play the game.
Well, they weren't playing a game. They were sitting there. I mean, it wasn't
I
even like they were being
know.
romantic in the humping. It was like some serious, like, girl, do you want me to go inside and grab you a Sprite? You
Right.
need to obey your thirst? Because you is doing the most right there.
Those other girls should have brought up the hose and just sprayed them down. They were on the patio anyway, just sprayed them
I
down.
just walk by and just place a Sprite right next to her, like, just in case. Go out and buy her a Sprite, some condoms, hot Cheetos, and a pregnancy test.
Obey your thirst.
All right, so they go upstairs. Both of them get it in. I'm assuming that they were such big freaks that they got it in the same room. Because I thought the tent was going to happen. The tent didn't happen.
That's so trashy.
What, having sex in the tent?
Yeah.
That is, especially when you got a mansion.
Right.
Yeah.
It is a little trashy, but whatever.
Whatever. We'll ride with them. The next day, Rocky comes to the conclusion the sex was okay, but I was thinking about Brittany the whole time. And then we get this love montage of Rocky and Brittany's relationship, which we did not need.
It was extra. That was definitely some filler. That was, if you want to like make it like government wise, like filibustering. There was some filibustering.
I feel like Oxygen really didn't know what to do with this episode because they wanted to save the fight. And so kind of just pulled a whole bunch of random pieces together because even the timing of like the whole Nancy thing, I don't know, like things just seem off.
They just should have included the fight. Like, I don't understand, like, what their choice, I mean, why did they decide to do that? Because it was just so lame. It was just so lame.
I don't know.
And the music was bad too.
Yes.
They were acting like it was like a 20-year romance. They knew each other for 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Well, Alicia and Valentina go out to eat again, and then Alicia sits down and finally decides to tell Valentina about Reggie, the bartender from Einstein, and said, hey, well, the other day Reggie came up to me. Now, I don't think what Reggie said was really shady. Like, here's the thing. You're at the Bad Girls Club. We've already came to the conclusion that everyone in there talks shit.
Right.
So if Shamrock decides to go to Einstein's, they're there all the time, and the other girls aren't going, and the bartender sits and says, hey, what's up with the other girls? And all they say is, oh, there's a big division in the house. They're really mean. I mean, that's their perspective. You can't. I don't see why you would get upset about that.
Well, I think he was. I
think he was being
I
messy?
agree with you at first, but then I thought about it and I was like, no, because he was trying to start something because of the way he said it. He was like, oh, the other girls told me not to mess with you guys or hang out with you guys. Like, why did you even need to say that? That it wasn't even needed.
That's true.
He just wanted to make sure that he'd be on the show because that.
His name, Reggie. Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. You got your.
Wise move, Reggie.
Reggie should have got a raise at Einstein's because he got them some extra play in there. I don't know. I don't think he said too much, and but I guess it was messy. And so Valentina's now pissed off because she just can't even handle that the girls are telling people outside of the house what's happening inside. Well, they're either going to tell them then or they're going to watch it on the damn show, Valentina.
Right. Doesn't matter.
Right.
It's not important.
No, it's not. But we have a caller on the line. Caller, what's your name? Where are you from?
Nicole Jones, Woodbridge, Virginia.
Hey, Nicole.
What up, Nicole?
It's kind of crazy. Okay, I got in.
Oh, good.
All right. So tell us about this episode. It's kind of whack. What did you think?
Yeah, it was pretty whack. I was getting really pissed at Valentina and Alicia. Like when they showed clips of them talking about Nancy and saying the same stuff Rocky was saying, and like I'm really stoked for next episode because I can't wait to see Rocky and Alicia.
Oh, I cannot wait. I'm so excited. I mean, here's my thing. Like, even like, Alicia, why are you jumping people? Like, what is this whole jumping thing? I don't understand.
Exactly.
Yeah. People need to
They're
start
proud
getting
of it
kicked out.
too. I don't understand.
And not only that, but I mean, getting into the fight that happens later on, this is a fight to me, it's between Nancy and Rocky.
Right.
First of all, there shouldn't even be a fight. It should be a conversation because it's hearsay. Because Valentina did not hear what she is telling the other girls.
Right.
So
Exactly.
I don't know. I mean, so are you fully Team Shamrock, or are you not?
Totally. I love Rocky. She cracks me up.
She does crack.
Yeah, she's entertaining.
I do enjoy Rocky. I do think she's good for the show. I don't know if I personally would want to be friends with her. She seems a little bit too much for me.
Too thirsty.
But I do
thirst.
think she's very entertaining for the show. I hope they bring her. I know she's going to be on All Stars, so I think that's going to be a positive
Where
thing.
she meet Zuli, I can't wait.
Yep.
Oh.
No, she
that's
didn't meet
interesting.
Zuli at All Star. Apparently, they were dating before All Stars.
Oh, because the bad girls hang out.
But she's too good for Moses, that was for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so here's the other thing. Do you think that was Rocky's first lesbian experience?
No, I don't think it was.
No, I think Rocky has known she likes
Yes.
the Poonan for a very long
She's
time.
experimented very, very fully.
Where do you stand as far
But now
as Valencia? I can't with this
Just
damn
keep
name.
going with this, fine.
Where do you think, as far as Valentina, do you think she's a little closeted lesbo herself?
yeah, I'm not too sure about her. I think it comes out when she's drunk. So
Yeah.
they say your true self comes out when you're drunk. So maybe she's a little bi-curious.
Very
Yeah.
true. And then what do you? What's your? Where do you stand as far as Shannon or Sherman?
Well, I don't really think she's curious. I just think
Well, no,
I don't
no.
know what to think
Just
about her.
personally, like as far as her in the house, where do you stand?
Well, I like how you guys are saying like how she has all these old comebacks. I think that's funny. I think she's corny, but I'm on her and Rocky's side. So
There you go. All right. So who? I'm gonna ask you two questions. Who do you think is the baddest bitch in the house, and then who do you think is playing the game the best?
I don't want to say Valentina for anything because she's not. She has the biggest bark. But I'm just gonna say Rocky. She's just my favorite, or maybe even Stephanie because of how she can like keep it cool. No one's had a problem with her all season.
Yeah, very true.
Maybe she plays the game the best too.
You know what? I never even looked at it like that.
Yeah.
And it's funny, we had Stephanie on last week, and when I asked her that same exact question, she said most girls would say themselves. She said, but she actually said Valentina for baddest bitch, and then for
Really?
the other one, she said she thinks Shannon
Shannon.
is the most strategic.
Yeah, she definitely.
But
plays
that's
that
right.
game.
I never even thought about Stephanie as being the most strategic in the house. That's
And
a
I
good
bet
one.
she had the most fun too because she wasn't in the middle of the fight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Very
Like
true.
I said, remember I told you that they were seemed to be taking a break off her for like 4
Yep.
episodes, something like that.
Well, and she said we're going to see more of her, so we're going to get some drama out of Stephanie coming up. But where can we find you? Can we find you on Twitter?
Nah, I'm just on Facebook, Nicole Jones.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Nicole, for calling in.
Yes,
Make sure you
thank
hit us up
you.
next week and talk, so you can talk about the fight with us. All right.
It's gonna be an epic fight. I can't wait.
All right. So the girls are upset. They come home. They're like,
Waiting.
like stalking
Like
outside.
no, Nancy was like waiting at the door. Like
No,
a dog.
not even then.
Wait.
When Alicia and Valentina come home, they're sitting in the car outside, and they
Oh.
see Shamrock get in the car to leave.
Oh,
Remember that?
I don't think I do.
And the girls, they were like, "Oh, they're leaving," and they were like, "Oh, I guess we'll have to wait to say something."
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Awkward. So, all right, they park the car. The girls go to Einstein's. Randomly, Moses and homeboy brought a third wheel, which was weird.
Everybody wants to party.
All right, everyone wants to be on Bad
all
Girls Club.
welcome.
While they're out there, the other girls at home are putting petroleum jelly on them, Vaseline, like they're just going
Baby oil,
in.
tying the hair back,
Tying
taking out
the-
the earrings.
Nancy did her braids.
My braids I like. I love her braids.
The earrings were out. They were the rings off the
Right.
finger. Like they were ready to go.
But I mean, let's be real. Let's just boil this down a bit. If you heard somebody was talking about you and laughing about you, would you really be that? I mean, it would be upsetting, yes, to know that someone who was like saying something about you and didn't want to say it to your face.
that's some real insecurities.
Yeah,
Nancy.
exactly. Well, I mean, we got a little bit of her history
Right.
earlier on in the episode, which I think it was a mistake to talk about something so sensitive to someone.
Agreed.
Because it always is used as a weapon when that person's mad at you. But that shows her that showed us that she has some really big insecurities with other people.
Very true. And so they're sitting there, and you're teaming up with the bipolar girl. Let's think about it. Common sense.
Yeah.
I don't understand why these girls. I get Valentina. I understand why you do whatever you do. That's an illness that you just can't deal with. Uncontrollable.
Take that
Get
lithium,
it.
girl.
Now, Nancy, I would like to think, has a head on a little straighter. Comes home. The girls come home. Nancy confronts Rocky, not even in a conversation, in like just loud yelling. Who the heck? First of all, they've been drinking. They're not going to understand you. You're not going to get your message across.
Right.
I don't understand the mindset in this house. Not only that, but you know damn well that the fight ain't going to really go down like that because y'all gave it away.
Right.
You're telling me while you're home putting jelly on your damn arms, the producers aren't like, oh no, call the police. Like, we ain't doing this. Like, really? That's some serious, like, gangster-ish. And Stephanie did say last week that the girls did have people patrolling the hallways at night and I'm sure it was probably from this night. I would say it started from this night because she said for like a week straight, like girls were jumping girls, like pulling them out of their beds and just beating them. Yeah.
Rat shit.
So
That is craziness.
she's yelling at Rocky. Rocky doesn't understand. Shannon's sitting there trying to figure it out and then kind of comes to the conclusion like, you're not being told the right things. Like, you're listening to Valentina. Valentina took that offensively and goes in and slams Rocky.
Did you see her though when Valentina and Nancy seem to be each other's like hype man? Like, it's just like they're like egging the other one, and they're getting more and more hyped. And then while Nancy was going off, Valentina was like in the background, like walking back, like rocking back and forth. And I'm like, this chick is crazy.
She really is.
She was just waiting to get tapped in.
My thing is Valentina needs to get kicked out this damn house. I'm over her.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody likes her. It's not even like she stirs up good drama. I mean, I mean, she's really the only reason why anyone is fighting in the house. I'll give her that.
Right.
But I just think it was bad casting. Like, Alicia's boring to me. Alicia and Valentina shouldn't be in this house.
Right.
Like, Alicia is... I'm surprised that the producers, or I'm sure maybe they did, and that's why Alicia jumps in. I'm surprised the producers didn't say you need to step it up.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why Alicia's been like throwing these little jabs left and right, because she's really boring. At least Paula gave us like a show. I don't know what Alicia's giving me. Like, first of all, even with that fanny pack on, girl.
And outfit choices.
But Valentina, this is how many times has she first of all jump
popped
somebody?
off, yeah.
How many times has she thrown the first punch? Done.
She needs to
I'm
go.
over her. Bring another ratchet girl in.
I mean, well, we know there's no more replacements, right? So
Yeah.
she's in for the rest of the season, which is kind of annoying to know that she gets to go to Greece. She doesn't deserve to go to Greece.
Well, I don't know. You never know what could happen.
That's true.
Let's hope. All right. So I guess on that, let's just head into predictions. Are y'all laughing at me?
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
So as boring and womp womp as this episode was, next week looks amazing.
On
and
fire.
I will say this.
Excited.
I'm very happy that even though I'm upset it was a bad episode tonight, I'm glad that they didn't start the fight. They just showed the one punch. Because that way next week we're going to get the full thing. I hate when they break it up in the middle and then you have to get caught back up. It just takes the edginess of the fight.
Right. Agreed.
So I'm excited for that. I like where they ended it. Stephanie and Nancy have a little lesbian rendezvous.
Yeah.
This girl crazy up in this house, huh?
I mean, there's like, you're locked up. It's like female penitentiary up in there. Something's going to happen. I'm just saying.
Let me find out. But we get Alicia jumping Rocky, which
Yes.
shame on you. Shame
They
on
need to
you.
do a PSA on jumping for the girls in this house.
Sure. Well, you know where the PSA comes in when Shamrock jumps Alicia, and I cannot wait to see that because here's why. I would want them to jump Valentina, but it's so much more of a message jumping Alicia because it's going to rile the other girls up.
Right.
And not only that, but it's like, Alicia, you are not even like that. So how dare you because Alicia had apologized how many times for the whole jumping thing?
Yeah.
And for Valentina, how dare you do that when it has nothing to even do with you?
Right.
So now you're gonna get this. Now you're gonna get a little taste of the medicine.
She's got.
And we're gonna
angst.
rile the other girls up too. So I feel like we're gonna get a huge brawl, and
I'm
everyone's
so
gonna get
ready
involved.
for it. I think it's just gonna go. It's just gonna. We're reaching the culmination of like the season, and
sure
it's
are.
next episode.
And then Bad Girls All Stars is starting up at the end of May. Super excited about that. Some drama's going on between Natalie and Judy.
Oh, yeah.
And it's very interesting to see who some of the girls are hanging out with now.
Really?
I was on the Twins Twitter page, and
Ooh.
yeah.
Guess we're gonna have to go look on the Twitter page. Oh, and guys, I'm not sure if you caught this during the episode tonight, during the actual Bad Girl show.
Yes.
But my commercial aired.
It sure did.
Virgin Mobile. So I don't know if you saw that. Tweet at me. Let me know.
It was the Virgin Mobile ad where and Siobhan was in a
hot tub of
money. Looking like
yes.
Nene Leakes.
Yes. It's a foreshadowing of what's going to come into my life.
There you go.
Very soon.
She's rich, bitch!
Rich,
All right, guys,
bitch.
thank you so much for watching us. Tune into AfterBuzz TV on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You can follow us and keep the conversation going all week. If you get any tidbits of information about BGC, tweet them at me at DJ Jesse J.
At Siobhan_Hughes.
Until next week, same time, same place. Peace.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later, bitches!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.